Well, many thanks to you, the Brooks family, for being here in this rainy afternoon. Today is a very special day. In fact, this has been a very special year. We celebrate the tenure of Mr. Becker's 22 years at Brooks, while also searching for that exceptional person who will lead the school in the years ahead to new levels of achievement. Generational change can be daunting for the faint of heart, but for those who believe in themselves and their mission, it is rebirth. From the outset, we were looking for a leader who at their very core was a teacher, possessing the values Brooks prizes so highly: integrity, humility, confidence, humor, respect, and vision. It is with great excitement that I come to you today to report that the search committee on Friday and the Board of Trustees on Saturday both unanimously approved on the first ballot the appointment of the fourth head of Brooks School. After the final candidate visited Brooks last week, the search committee met to share opinions about the finalist and ultimately to vote. While only one of the three finalists, and in fact 7 of the semifinalists, they will all almost certainly be a great school head at some point, we all agreed that one candidate with his wife was best suited to lead our school at this time. Author Edward H. Freeman wrote that leadership can be thought of as capacity to define oneself to others in a way that clarifies and expands a vision of the future. From the first morning of the first day of his interviews, through his meetings with faculty and staff, to conversations with his search committee, this individual has consistently impressed his audiences with observations about Brooks and how that personal involvement frames his thoughts about where the school can go. At his chapel talk, he talked about the important and lasting relationships that students form at Brooks with other students and with their teachers. He said that if he could direct the school's attention to one overarching goal, it would be to provide the most meaningful educational experience that students will ever have. This is the goal all of us in the Board of Trustees share, and we are confident that we have the person who will help us to achieve it. It is with great pride that I introduce to you the fourth head of Brooks School, John R. Packard.
Ready? Wow, that was something. I just spent some time with faculty and staff and shared a few thoughts with them about this decision. I want to say to all of you that I can't begin to let you know how much I've appreciated your support over the past month or so in various ways. And I want to underline a few things before we all head off to practice. And that is that when I mentioned this in a couple of ways in my remarks a couple weeks ago in chapel, but when I was in college and I was thinking about what I wanted to do when I left college, and a few people said to me, you know, why don't you go find your way to a boarding school experience? It suits you, it'll fit you, you'll do well at it. I did it then because of you. I did it then because I wanted, at the time, a life with kids. And 18 years into it, I've never looked back. I have had more full and rich and meaningful experiences with you than one person deserves in many lifetimes. And as I think ahead, as my wife and I thought ahead about what's next for us, there really is no way for us to think ahead without thinking about this place. And this place isn't this place without you. So perhaps at some point in your life you'll understand what I'm about to say, but when I look out at all of you, I see you, and I see faces that go back 18 years, and relationships. And if this process has done anything for me, it has crystallized the degree to which our work with you, your work with one another, your work with the school, that there really isn't, when we set our minds to it, anything that we can't do together. So I'm going to make you a couple of promises going forward. The first one is this: I am going to work as hard as I can as head of school to be your biggest fan. And when we succeed and we triumph and we get over hurdles and we get over obstacles, I am going to scream it from the mountaintops. I am going to applaud in the front row. I might even dance. And at the same time, when we stumble, you're going to feel a push from me. And in the moment, the push might not feel great, but I promise you that that push will feel great at some point in your life. Because that, in the end, is about what we're about. It's about celebrating things we succeed at doing. It's about growing together. It's about knowing one another fully and completely. I meant very much when I said that my goal is to compete with every stage in your education, for these years to be the most meaningful ones you ever have in any school at any point in any time. And that this experience, as you go forward, is always one that carries weight. And it's always one that you draw upon when you need to. And that this is always a place you come back to and it feels familiar. That's what we're going to be going forward. And people who know me better know that this is me excited, but I am really excited. Thank you very much.